Hey, how's it going? How's it going? And how's it going? Some more. Oh, there is so much going on between Nathan Wade, Jim Jordan saying, look, you got to come on up here and testify. We need to find out some stuff about what's going on because Fanny's giving us trying to give us a slip, but you're not. We're going to get her soon. Then I find this interesting. Vivek and Speaker Johnson sort of come together and support Trump. I find that interesting. I don't know where Speaker Speaker Johnson, where is he? Is he to the left? Is he to the right? Is he Democrat? Is he Republican? I mean, where does his loyalty lies? And can Vivek really hang with him? Because Vivek said, I'm a Trump supporter. If I don't become president, that's okay. But I'm going to support Trump. Interesting. But again, Speaker Johnson. Okay. Now, the hush money. Now, I find this quite interesting. Now, I thought that if Stormy Daniels and Donald Trump had a business agreement where they shook hands, she provided a service that he paid for. Now, there's hush money. Isn't that called blackmail or bribery? I don't know. Maybe they might have changed the definition. I'm not quite sure, but we're going to talk about that. And let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. Nathan Wade wanted to testify. Okay. All right, here. Okay, that's not what I wanted to show. That's not what I want to show. Oh man. Okay, that's what I want to show. Okay. Now here. They're after him. House committee, the House committee chairman, that would be what's his Raphael Nadler. Okay, the U.S. House Committee demands Nathan Wade testify about the relationship with Fanny. Now, I know he's probably like, why? Why did I even deal with her? What was I even thinking about? Why on God's green earth did I even deal with that woman? Yes, that woman. Why? I could have been doing anything that day. I could have been. I could have gone to a basket weaving class. I could have been playing basketball, but no, I had to deal with her. Why? 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 Okay, probably saying that he's up to here in trouble, and it's not just his ex-wife. She wants to wring his neck. All right. So let's go ahead. Let me change this real quick. All right. So they really want to get into the relationship because the relationship I didn't think that was that important at first until I really started to really take a look at it and I get House former special prosecutor Nathan Wade to testify about his relationship with Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis. Now, yeah. So Jim Jordan, Ohio, Republican from Ohio, sent a letter to Wade's law office on Thursday for him to appear before the committee with documents from his employment with the DA's office. Oh my goodness. Now you know. You know it's going to be bad because he has $35,000 a month, $25,000 a month. 13th. I mean, it's just all over the Richter scale. He's going to have to sit there and say, okay, I earned $35,000 that month and I did A, B, C, D. It's going to be quite interesting how he's going to be able to justify the money that he made. I see Congress saying, okay, I hear what you're saying. And no, I don't agree with it. I don't see the meeting, what you talked about, what you did. I don't see it itemized. I just see meeting. So therefore, you get bus fare, $2.50, give the rest back. Now I can see them. Nathan is in so much trouble. Oh my goodness. He's going to more than likely give all that money back. And then he's going to have other government, not government, but government agencies after him. Oh my goodness. So, okay. Willis and Wade have acknowledged a relationship which they said ended last summer, but they have argued it did not create any sort of conflict and did not bear on no bearing on the case. Now they can say that all they want. Look, they can say that all they want. It didn't have any bearing on the case. Well, if it didn't have any okay, if it had no bearing on the office, then he's trying to spend all the money on drip and bling bling. Now, all that money is supposed to go towards government funding as far as programs to help young people to keep them out of trouble, to give them something to do to deter them to crime, because Atlanta, Fulton County was a complete mess. But that's not what they did with the money. He has a lot of explaining to do, and it wouldn't surprise me if he got the clink clink. I'm just saying, and Fanny too. All right. So Jordan previously subpoenaed Willis for the documents related to the committee's oversight of the Fulton County DA's office, alleging misuse of federal grant funds. And right there's a letter. Now, from what it seems like, that she did not comply. It seems like she did not comply. Now she's going to, you know, she's going to be defiant all the way down to the end. And that isn't smart at all. But let's go ahead and look at this. Let's check this out, because here's a let's listen to this.
Meanwhile, a U.S. House committee wants former Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade to testify about his relationship with Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. In a letter, Representative Jim Jordan claims Wade's role in the case raises concerns. The committee also wants Wade to turn over documents related to the case. Back in February, Wade and Willis testified about their relationship. In March, Wade resigned following a judge's ruling saying that either he or Willis had to remove themselves from the Trump case. Representative Jordan is requesting a response by May 16th. I have a PSA.
And that right there dispels it all out. It does. And this isn't funny, but I'm just thinking, these people weren't thinking. They weren't thinking at all. I don't know how they came up with this, or whose scheme was this. It wasn't well thought out. So being a criminal mastermind, it's not high on their list. Taking 7 vacations in 6 months while you're but I digress. Let's go ahead and continue on. Let's continue on. Now here's what I find rather interesting. And let's go ahead and move. Oh, I did not put up my oh yeah, I did. Now, Vivek Ramaswamy and Speaker Johnson. Now, this is An interesting duo. Very, very interesting. So here. Okay. Now Vivek and Johnson, they they joined the course, or yeah, the course of Trump's ally tackling Cohen amid trial. Now I gotta say, Cohen is he's an interesting figure because he's saying, okay, I gave Trump advice. He took the advice. And now he's dumb for taking the advice. I mean, you can't, you really can't make this stuff up. You can't. So here, okay, former President Donald Trump, high-profile allies had flocked to the Manhattan courthouse, where he is on trial on accusations of falsifying business records and covering up hush money of a payments to torn star Stormy Daniels, Republican heavyweight, including several possible running mates for the presumptive presidential nominee, have vocally defended Trump outside the courtroom. So I mean, it's like these guys are falling all over themselves. Look, I was there. I was standing there next to you. So when you become president, pick me, pick me. You know how women call other women pick me's? Pick me, pick. They're falling all over each other. It's quite interesting. But I gotta say, Vivek was the first one to say, if I don't win, like I stated previously, if I don't win, it's okay. I'll give all my support to Trump. Oh man. Oh, shall I say the bootlicking has begun? All right. And look at that. That Second Amendment. They get that. We're not giving up the Second Amendment. But here last week, after the explosive testimony from Daniels on her alleged sexual encounter with Trump, Senator Rick Scott of Florida, Republican of Florida, told reporters outside the courthouse that uh, uh, what the former president is going through is despicable. Now, I have to agree with that. Now, what people aren't looking at is if they're going to do this, if this right here is a precedent, this is a precedent. And we're going to take all of our political capital and we're going to throw it behind this narrative. And we're going to openly defy all the rules. We're even going to go against the Constitution to make sure that this guy does not even have his name on a ballot to run for president. And anyone with a thinking mind, or can I say anyone who is not firmly cemented in identity politics, would be concerned. Now, if you're cemented in identity politics, you're going to go along with it until it goes against your person. So all of you identity politics people, you're out of the picture. We can't even have a valid conversation or debate with people like that on both sides. I'm not just talking about Democrats, but I'm talking about Republicans too. So there's these two groups, move them out the way. All right. So it's a crime in the country to use the court system to go after your political opponents. Yes, that right there was down. And what was it in Peru? The person running for president had the president thrown in jail. He went to jail. The next election cycle, he got out of jail, turned around, and beat him. I mean, this is the desperation is beyond comprehension. And we, being in the United States of America, should not have our politics on that level. We should not be playing dirty, and it should not be like that. I would like to believe we had the standard of what politics should be. Yes, politics is dirty, but not that grimy. That is grimy and despicable on any level. That's just my thought on it. All right. And okay, I'm going to leave. Okay, wait a minute. And this week, the former Trump lawyer, Michael Cohen, took the stand to describe how Trump allegedly authorized the hush money Senator J.D. Vance, Republican of Ohio, called the trial a threat to American democracy. Now, I agree, but I would have to say we're not a democracy. Now, the only democracy, okay, we're not a democracy. Democracy lies within Congress. Congress has their form of government, which there are two. You have the federal, the Constitution, to where you are a private citizen, or if you're going to be part of the public is a democracy through Democrat, Republicans, and I'm not going to go any further than that. I already have enough trouble from YT here taking my watch hours. So I hope you really look into it and understand what I'm trying to get across. All right. So, okay, I'm going to leave it right there. Oh, wait a minute. I just want to live in a reasonable country where we try to persuade voters in our politics. Thank you. That's why it's called a representative republic. We do not try to throw the political opponents in jail. This is a disgrace. And I want to show some support for my friend, he said. And I have to say, I agree. I completely agree. Now, from there, now we're going to get into Stormy Daniels because this right here is quite interesting. I consider this bribery. This is simply how I view it. It is bribery. She's scamming this guy. She's bribing him, and the federal government is going along with it because it suits their needs. All right, here the New York appeals uphold Donald Trump's gag order for hush money trial. Now, right there, the First Amendment is going out the window, and it's beyond comprehension how this is going. Okay, hold on. Let me try to get this. I don't want to mess with anything. Can't have music on there. But he's going to find some kind of way. Okay. Trump is going to find some kind of way to be able to speak. So here, the key points, keep this real quick. A New York appellate court ruled Justice Juan Merchant's order was proper because Trump's statements pose a significant threat to the integrity of the testimony from the witnesses. Second, Trump urged or argued that the gag order should be lifted so that he can respond to statements from witnesses, including Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels. Now, okay, I gotta say one thing, and that is that right there is not how things work. To where whatever goes on in the courtroom You got to do it in the courtroom. You don't come out and make public statements. Now, some of you are going to say, politics with Laura. He has a right to speak. You're absolutely right. He does. But in this instance right here, him making public statements within the courtroom, allow the media to do that. That's why we are here, so that we can go in and give our 2 cents as far as what we believe, listening to other people. We will most definitely get that information out. But, Donald Trump, just hold on. I understand. Okay. And the main thing is that his hush money trial, okay, right here, the New York court of, I'm sorry, a New York court rejected former President Donald Trump's appeal of the gag order in the hush money trial. Now, if you don't know who Stormy Daniels is, let's go ahead and give you, let's go ahead and allow you to see what she looks like. This right here is Stormy Daniels. That's her costume. That's who Donald Trump had an affair in 2006. That's like what? 18 years ago? Somewhere around there. And she's still holding on to that. Now, if anybody came to her, she didn't have to say anything. She just could have said, okay, that was a business deal and left it alone. But no, she wanted more money out of that situation. I don't see how that benefits her in any way, especially if she's in a torn industry. And that's how she made her bread and butter all these years. And the only thing that she got was $163,000 out of it. It wasn't worth it. In my opinion, it wasn't worth it. So I believe she hurt herself more than he did. Now, yeah, it doesn't look good because he had an affair on his wife, but then again, doesn't look good at all. Okay, let me see what else. Okay, now this is interesting. The 5 judges on the New York Supreme Court Appellates Division, First Department, ruled Tuesday that Judge Juan Merchan ruled correctly to protect the integrity of the case of the trial. Okay. And I do understand that. Now, some of us may not agree with it because some people think, well, look, if Democrats are fighting dirty, so should we. We ought to get down in the mud with them and fight right along with them. Okay, but somebody has to be clean. Okay, I understand fighting fire with fire, but sometimes you're fire with fire. Sometimes you just let the fire burn itself out. That's just my thought. That is my thought. And to do a quick recap, I'm going to go ahead and leave this. A quick recap. Nathan Wade is in a lot of trouble. And he's going to wind up like this Amber Heard crying after when she got sued in her civil suit. But, Nathan Wade, yeah, he had an affair on his wife with Fannie Willis. That happens to be his boss. And he benefited greatly out of it. Jim Jordan's like, oh, not with the money I gave. No, you got to account for that. And here you had Raphael Nadler thinking, how can I allow this to go on? We got to get Trump. Trump is like, no, I'm fighting you in a New York second. It's not going down like that. And you could use her all you want. Okay, because she's no longer relevant. Nobody wants her anywhere. And I don't know. There may be some truth to that. And at the end of the day, yeah, Trump is sticking his tongue at you. Nah, 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 nah. But oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is wild. I mean, you just it's just too hard to keep up with everything that's going on, especially with Speaker Johnson. It is too hard to keep up with him because you just really don't know which way he's going to swing. Today, he's siding with the Democrats to get this policy out, and he's siding with the Republicans. I mean, he just has no allegiance at all. And that I'm starting to understand what Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about. I'm starting to really understand it. I used to think, well, Marjorie, you're being a little bit sensitive here. It's sensitive. But no, I'm starting to get it. But on that note, please like, subscribe. They are for free. If you want to, go on a crazy side, please support me, donate. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Politics with Laura. Check it out. Please do so. Please do so. And on that note, thank you.